What our plan is based on is really solid, proven principles. So I'm going to kind of go through it right now. And again, I'm going to go through it not with the intention of saying, painting the picture of how you get your products paid for and all the money you can make and things of this nature. This is going to be more what I would say elementary from the standpoint of if you want to really understand our plan, this will give you the opportunity to understand some of the nuances in the way it works. The reality is I will tell you that you don't need to know this stuff to be successful. It's just like you didn't have to be a nutritional expert to experience positive results on our products, right? What you've learned is eat the food. You eat the food, you keep it simple, and guess what? You get results. Listen to your body. Your body will tell you if it's working for you. I'm here to tell you that the compensation plan is the same way. You don't need to know all the stuff I'm going to go through right now. I mean, the good news is there's tools that we've created that can allow you to tell the story. But I think because all of you, by virtue of your being here, you want to be leaders, and so you want to know some of the structure and so forth. So that's the reason I'm going to take the time to go through it right now. First off, we get paid in 4 ways. We have daily pay, weekly pay, monthly pay, and it should actually say quarterly pay. We used to have an annual program, but now our holiday bonus is quarterly, which you'll see as we go along. Good thing? All right. There's 5 ways to make money. There's retail profits. We have what's called product introduction bonuses, team bonuses, matching team bonuses, and promotions. And we'll go into detail on those as well. There's a few key terms I think it is important for us to grasp because it helps determine, those of us that seek to make money in the plan, you need to know these things. So first off, business volume. Business volume is actually a term we use to define a point value that is associated with any product on which we pay commissions. So again, you cannot earn money in our program without the sale of products, and commissionable products have a business volume attached to them. PV, or personal volume, just represents those purchases that you personally are making directly from the company. It also actually, some of you may not know this, includes volume that is made by, let's say, customers that you have that go to your website and buy product from your website. That counts as if they're buying from your website, so it's actually personal volume. So in order to actually be active in our program and eligible for everything that our compensation plan makes available, you need to have a minimum of 100 PV purchases from the company in a 30-day kind of rolling period. So again, that can include products that you're purchasing or products that are being purchased from your website. So, for example, I've talked to people and I've seen people get in business where they say, "Look, I can't afford right now, to even buy one of your starter kits." And so, if you're thinking of doing the business, you can say, "Well, how can I participate?" Well, it doesn't mean you can't go out and share the products with other people who can afford to take control of their health, and that volume still counts towards making you active. Auto-ship rewards is an important part of our program, mainly because it's a good deal. I've always believed that a good deal is when everybody involved makes out, right? It's a win-win. So how many of you would agree if you have products that you want to incorporate into your life, into your lifestyle, that if you could purchase those products and they'd be more affordable, that would be a good thing? How many of you like to save money? How many of you know people that like to save money? All right. Well, because again, we rely on you as our method of distribution, well, if your customers have to rely on you, sometimes you aren't always available. So the convenience, if people are going to count on having these products available, we created what we call the Auto-Ship Rewards Program, which gave an economic incentive, in other words, a discount, for people to be able to participate in it, but also provided them the convenience of being able to enjoy their products. They could change, their order at any time, but those products would be automatically sent to them on a regular basis each month. Is that a good thing? Awesome. All right. How many of you love AutoShip? All right. Okay, there's 5 ranks that we have as you progress in our plan. This is if you choose to be an associate. You start off as an associate. The next position is called consultant, manager, or crystal manager, and that has to do with the time in which it takes to qualify. Director, and finally executive, and I'll talk about each of those. Everybody starts as an associate. And think of this, one of the things I think we fall into a trap sometimes is we start talking what I would call, direct sales or multi-level marketing lingo. We start talking in code to our friends, it's kind of like, well, I want to sponsor you, or I want you in my downline, or what do your friends know about that? What it really means is if you want your friends to join you, one of the easiest ways to talk about is, this is what I'm doing. If you want to take advantage of these products, let's open an account for you. People are used to opening accounts, would you agree? They open accounts for credit cards, they open accounts at department stores, gas stations, you name it. So let's talk in language that people can understand. When you open an account with Isagenix, you can choose to become either a preferred customer or an associate level. Most people we see actually start as associate with the intention that, should they choose to want to actually get involved, they're positioned, they don't have to do anything further. Up here in Canada, we don't require Social Security numbers or tax ID numbers, but we do in the United States. So that's one of the distinctions why a lot of people just come in as an associate, even though they're just planning to be a customer. In fact, we treat people as customers in our system until they actually generate a check. In other words, if you're going to behave as a customer, we're going to acknowledge you as being a customer. If you start to participate in the plan as a sharer or a team builder, then that's where in your back office it'll start to show up as you start to advance in rank. But everybody opens an account, and so in this example we're showing you with 100 personal volume, meaning you're active. Now, what happens if you purchase more than 100? I'll get to in a second. As an associate, not only are you able to purchase your products at wholesale, which is a good deal, you're also able to, should you choose to want to purchase more product than your own consumption and make it available to customers, then you can earn the retail profit associated with that. Or as I mentioned, you can earn retail profits by directing people to your website. We also have what's called a product introduction bonus. And this is generally the first profit or first check that we generate to you as an associate. And we do this not for the act of sponsoring, but for the act of introducing a new customer to our Isagenix products. So when someone actually buys what we call one of our product introduction packs, you're eligible to actually earn a product introduction bonus on that. Now, if you introduce someone to a can of shake, do we pay a product introduction bonus? No. We're a solutions-based company, and we want to set people up for success, not necessarily set them up for, just a casual user. And so most people, when they come to you or you're talking to them, what they're really looking for is a result. And so once you find out what their needs are, we have a solution to plug them into. So we've created, as a company, various packs to do that. I would say most people come by way of the weight loss pack. How many of you came by way of a 30-day or a President's pack or a Pace Center pack? Yeah. Most people, I would say, come by way of that because most people want to, weigh what they want to weigh. And that pack is the best way to get people there quickly. So we pay a product introduction bonus. And the example I'll give here is in this instance, I think the example we have is a President's pack. President's pack, for a person that's choosing to actually do the business, is what I would call the recommended pack, because what our data shows is that if you really want to support people to have a life-changing experience, they need to be with you more than 9 days or 30 days. They need to let these products really work at the cellular level the way they're supposed to. And so what we've seen is by people coming in with access to more products, chances are they're more likely to stick with you as a customer. They're more likely to find things that like. How many of you love the bars? Yeah. Yeah. So, historically, the bars haven't been part of our standard system. They're now, how many of you love the new packs that we have where you can actually choose to make up the thing? Isn't that great? It only took us, 11 years to give that to you, but it's, we made it. It's progress. But the example I'm showing here, a product introduction bonus on a President's Pack is $80. We have what's called a promotion right now, which is a double product introduction bonus. How many of you love the double product introduction bonus? What this is, again, is an incentive. Our goal is, again, we want to build lifetime customers because we know what these products will do. And if we can create an incentive for people to not only get their products at a discount, but how about getting your products paid for? Is that a good thing? Well, one of the things that our double product introduction bonus provide is not only an opportunity for you that want to generate income to have some control over your income, but also for even people that just want to be product users, how you can show your customers how they can actually earn their products and get them paid for. And later this weekend, we'll actually be going through a lot of that detail. But the way the double product introduction bonus works is that in a calendar week, and our week goes from Sunday midnight till the following Sunday midnight, if you enroll a new member with one of our packs and you earn a product introduction bonus, in the course of that calendar week, if another person you enroll comes in with a pack, we'll actually double not only what you earned on the first one, but also what you earn on the second one. And you can have 3, 4, 5 people. I mean, if you brought in 5 people in the same week, you get a double product introduction bonus on all 5. Is that a good thing? All right. And so you'll see on all these slides, we're showing both in US dollars and in Canadian dollars what you would earn associated with that. And these are the various packs that these are available on. So you can see they're on the 30-day program, the Healthy Aging and Telomere Support Program, the Total Health and Wellness Program, and then, of course, our President's Pack and our Business Builder Pack as well. This just mentions, again, how the week works as it goes along from Sunday to Sunday. And how many of you love the new coaching bonus we have? It's interesting. I told you I started off in the fitness club industry, and unlike most clubs, even the way they're run today, we didn't sell memberships. We sold programs. So it's kind of like if you came in, what we would do is we would find out, what are your goals? What do you want to achieve? And over what period of time do you want to achieve that? And let us design a program that will enable you to accomplish that. So we just started, I don't know if any of you have seen the new program guide that's going out with the 30-day. Have you seen that yet? No. Well, there's a new, there's new questionnaires, the first page in that. And I would encourage you to really start to use that and sit down with your new customer to go through it. But it's designed to find out what is their goal. And then not only what is their goal, what is their why, as we talked about today. In other words, why do they want to lose that weight? Is it because, so they can have energy at the end of the day? Is it so that they can be around to actually enjoy their grandchildren? Find out what a person's why is. Is it because they're getting ready to go to their class reunion and they just want to look hot? Everybody has a why if you'll actually delve down and try and find out. But let's say a person has 40 pounds to lose. Is it realistic that they're going to lose 40 pounds in the first 30 days? No. So the fact is they're going to need to be on a program if you're doing your job to really try and support them to be successful for more than 30 days. So what's the best way to do that? To be on auto ship and to, why not, have another 30-day or the equivalent of a 30-day for their next 30 days. which will enable them to get to their goal. So that's the reason we wanted to put that coaching bonus in there as an extra incentive for not only you to have to support your people to success, but really knowing that it's a win-win, because if they have adequate products and they start to develop that mindset of not only seeing results, but turning on that blender every day, starting to use the bars instead of the vending machines as their snack during the day, starting to integrate all the other great products that we have, we really are allowing people to enjoy the full benefits of what we have. So that's the reason for the coaching bonus. And I think it's going to be a huge success. So if it does, you can expect that it's going to continue beyond. I know Pam Barnum likes it. She shared with me backstage that, she's not sleeping nights again thinking about the coaching bonus. Okay, who can earn the double PIBs and the coaching bonuses? If you're an active associate or higher, you're eligible for those. Okay, the next position we have beyond associate is called consultant. And I mentioned earlier that in Isagenix, you only have to build 2 teams. And so when we open your business center, and you've all seen it in your back office, basically there's 2 legs that you have an opportunity to, that each leg represents one of your teams. You have a left leg and a right leg. We all do. Everybody who comes in is given the same structure. And your goal to become a consultant is to have one personally enrolled person on your left team, one personally enrolled person on your right team who are also active. In other words, their PV is 100 or more. Now, what happens if a person comes in, let's use you for example. If you come in with a President's Pack actually has 180 BV, not 100. What does the company do with that other 80 BV? We don't keep that, or you don't forfeit that. We actually put that volume in one of your legs, whichever is the weak volume leg, the leg that has the least amount of volume. So we don't penalize you for doing the thing that we want you to do, which is to have adequate product to produce the results you're looking for yourself. I will tell you that the reason we do this also is so people don't feel that they have to manipulate the compensation plan. In other words, if I feel that, gosh, I really want a President's Pack, but why would I buy it myself if I'm going to lose that other 80 volume? Why don't I just, sponsor my sister or sponsor someone and let her buy the President's Pack so I'll get credit for it. Now, we eliminated that nonsense early on because we don't want anything that's going to be a gotcha. Any of you know that? The way that works? Yes? Okay, now you do. All right, so here's an example of a team. And so the great thing is that we call this U+2. And as soon as you have personally enrolled, a person on your left, person on your right, you are a consultant. And one of the cool things is we immediately reward you for that, for your activities. And we actually provide you what we call a rank advancement bonus or a consultant bonus of an extra $50. Is that a good thing? All right. Now, we're going to talk about building with the binary. Because this is, I mentioned, it's a team bonus program. So think about this as having everybody who comes into Isagenix has the opportunity to build 2 teams. You'll see the ones in yellow there are people that you personally enrolled. In the example here, if you look at that, the outside leg, it'll say the person immediately underneath that, for example, was someone that you didn't personally enroll, but that was actually the person that was personally enrolled by your first person. And so they have the ability to build 2 legs. So your goal is to build your outside legs. Your responsibility from personal enrollment and through the activities of your team. It's not to feel that you have the obligation to also personally enroll people on the inside leg. So the example here is, if I came in, my goal is to get one on the left, one on the right. Where should the next person go? Well, it should probably go, on my next available spot on either my left or right team on the outside leg. Just because you brought someone in here doesn't mean your next person should go on their inside leg. They have the responsibility of building an outside leg and an inside leg. But what I love about our plan, and I want to share this with you, if this person down here, one of your associates, orders product, does the person immediately above them benefit? Yes. Okay. Does the person immediately above that benefit? Yes. All right. Do you benefit? Yes. So that's what I call a team effort. What you need to, this what appealed to me about this plan is that I've seen programs, Kathy participated in programs, that over a certain levels down, they quit paying you. So there was a disincentive for you to support people that were beyond X number of levels in your organization. Our program doesn't do that. Basically, there's a bit as much incentive for you to work with anybody on your team, regardless of depth. Yep. Because remember I mentioned earlier that some people are going to want to be customers? Well, it's all right. Let's say if a person is a customer and they're in your tree here, and let's say that you're sponsoring someone else down on one of the outside legs, there's nothing wrong for you to introduce that new member to other team members in the group, because remember, they get an economic incentive on that as well. So for you that are thinking about building massive organizations, what I'm getting at is don't feel you got to do it all yourself. You need members of your team who have a vested interest in that person's success to take over some of that responsibility. Make sense? All right. Okay. The great thing about, and this is where the real opportunity of our compensation plan is. The PIBs are great, but again, PIBs are just based on your efforts. The beautiful thing about our team bonus and our cycles is that's based on the efforts of your entire team. So every time someone orders that's on your team, as long as you're active, you're going to accumulate that volume in one of your outside legs, in your left leg or your right leg. Visualize this as having two banks at the bottom of each leg. And every time someone orders, whatever the BV amount is, the computer calculates that for you, starts to bank it. And what it will do is it'll automatically, every time you have 600 BV on one side, 300 BV on the other, it generates a cycle. Everybody go ka-ching. 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 I wanted to get it on a dial tone, so on your cell phone, every time you got a cycle, it went off or something like that. Good idea? The trouble is, like people like Jimmy Smith would never sleep nights, it's... Now, the other great thing about our plan, and again, there's a lot of programs that don't operate this way. We allow you to hold volume, meaning that any volume that you're not paid on, as long as you're active, we'll hold that volume. So, yeah, I will tell you, Kathy was in a program, and she was probably, in this program, she was still making about $300 a day. But every night, her volume flushed. So it's almost every morning you woke up, you didn't get to check and see, it was kind of like, okay, we're in the starting blocks again and it's all over. So the key here, reason I say cycles are key, this is the key to residual income. Because we have products that people will buy, use, and consume, whether they're in the business or not, the reality is that you have, if you're active and you're building, you're going to be able to accumulate that volume and be eligible to be paid on that volume. So the example that I'll give in the next slide here is that holdover. So let's say that you had 1,000 volume in one leg and you had 400 in another leg. The computer sees that, says, all right, we're going to take 600 from one, 300 from the other, and we're going to leave you with 400 on your major volume leg, and we're going to leave you with an extra 100 on the minor volume leg. Is that a good thing? Yeah. All right. I will tell you, in our plan, you can make up to 250 cycles on one business center a week. Woo! Now, if you do the math, now the Canadian math is a little different now. It's actually more, but that's about 13,500 a week that you can earn just from team bonuses associated with that program. Now, the definition I used to say of an obscene income is not having to balance your checkbook. So, how many of you could get by with an extra $13,500 a week? Got to work for it, but it's there. Okay, next position we have is manager. And manager is basically a repeat of what you did to become a consultant. It's teaching your people that you've personally enrolled to do what you've done. In other words, U+2 made you a consultant. Your new people, when they get their person on the left, their person on the right, that makes them a consultant, but it makes you a manager. And the good thing is we give you an incentive if you do that within your first 30 days of enrollment, you can actually earn an extra $250 bonus associated with that. Is that a good thing? Yeah. And again, that bonus is to incent you to get your products paid for, because that's our goal. If we can support you on having the lifestyle where you incorporate Isagenix products into your life, that's a win for you, it's a win for us. So again, if it's not good for the associate, it's not good for the company. So we're willing to invest in you to have the best possible experience. And again, this is duplicatable. So the same opportunity that you enjoy, you're able to now share with the people that you bring onto your team. So that's a manager, U+2, them +2. Basically, I mentioned that every time that you develop a personally enrolled consultant, for the first 20, you earn an extra $100. So just because you've gotten one on your left and one on your right, we don't want you to stop. It's like going to the gym and working out once. If you've got a good result, why would you quit? So we want you to continue. I talked about the fundamentals or basics. Continuing to develop consultants is one of the fundamentals if you want to really be a highly successful leader in Isagenix. How many of you want to be a highly successful leader? Okay. So what do you have to do? Develop consultants. All right, the next position after a manager is called director, and that's essentially repeating that process, but now you have a total of 6 personally enrolled consultants that you've developed. And that's U+2, them +2. And when you do that, if you do that within the first 90 days, we give you an extra $750. Is that a good thing? Yes. All right. How many of you have earned a director's bonus or more? Yeah, great. And then finally, our top position is executive, and that's where you have a total of 10 personally enrolled consultants. And but there you have to have at least 5 on the left and 5 on the right. Prior to that, they don't all have to be on balanced. But the reason we want to create balance is because we want to create a stable opportunity for you in the future. So that again, if you have it's like trying to hop around on one leg all the time. It's obviously not as efficient if you really have stability, and that's what we want for you in terms of long-term income. And in fact, we create a little chart here that you can find, it's probably in your workbook, that you can use to actually think about the people, the team members I mentioned earlier, that you really want to have on your team, that could make a difference in your business. And I invite you to go out and let those people know that that's what you're thinking about, that you want them on your team. Share your why. You see if there's alignment in terms of something that they might be interested in. And let them know you're willing to lock arms with them to really build with them. Now, the benefits of being an executive. Do we have any executives in the room? Yeah. All right, lots of them. So we all know it can be done. The incremental benefits, and again, everything I've been sharing with you in the plan is incremental. In addition to all the team cycles, the PIBs, all the other things I've mentioned, once you're an executive, you also get a 10% match on the team bonus that any of your personally enrolled people are earning. So if you have someone, let's say you're fortunate enough to have let's use Jimmy as the example, a Jimmy Smith in your organization. All right, if he's earning 250 cycles a week in his primary position, not only are you getting the benefit of all that volume that he's getting, in his organization on your team, but in addition, if he's earning an extra 13,500, well, guess what? You're earning an extra 1,350 just in matching team bonuses associated with it. Is that good? I thought you'd like that one. This is kind of a recap on the rank advancement bonuses I mentioned. And again, it's just showing that if you actually take advantage of all the bonuses that we've made available on your road to executive and, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, you can actually earn over $11,000 Canadian just in extra bonuses. That's not counting the PIBs, it's not counting the team cycle bonuses. So you can see that there is a significant opportunity associated for those that choose to actually want it all. Okay, we're always thinking of, Kathy mentioned earlier, we're always thinking of new ways to pay you. And so, I remember it was about 2 years ago, it was come Christmas time, and I was talking to someone, and they were saying, Christmas time is always a tough time because, I'm building my business, and I'm investing in my business, and there's just, I'd like to be able to do more for my kids. So we said, well, it's not uncommon for people to run out of money come holiday time, or they want more money. So we said, why don't we create an incentive for our leaders, our managers and directors and executives, where, they can earn a holiday bonus. Again, this is incremental to everything else that they're earning, so you can earn shares. And the way it kind of works is that, every month that we kind of look at, actually we do it by quarter now, that you're actually either a paid as manager, director, or executive, you earn points. And those points go into the total pool that we have that makes up our holiday pool. And at the end of the quarter, we actually say, based on the points that you've earned, what's your share of that pool? Weekly pay. How many of you like the fact that we pay weekly? Yeah, our program actually calculates daily. We pay weekly, and it works 1 week in arrears. So I mentioned that all the activity that comes in, all the bonuses that you earn in the week from, say, Sunday to Sunday, there's a week that goes by after that where we do all our audits to make sure that, there's no returns and that, all the funds clear and things of that nature, and then we pay out the following Monday morning. And up here, I think we use the card, don't we? E-count. How many of you love that when that card comes in? I will say that when I first started with John, Kathy, and I told John, I said, look, the most important thing that we have to do as a company to support our field is we need to pay people on time and we need to get the products out on time. If we do those two things right, we'll have time to do, develop a real company and do everything else right. And I'm proud to say that in 13 years, we have never been late once on a payment. And I'm sure there's some of you in the audience who have had other horror stories with other companies that they can't all say that. So I would say that the key with our program really comes down to this. If you want to enjoy the maximum benefits of our plan, you want to be a product of the product. Do you all agree? That's where the real magic starts. And what should be clear now is you really want to build consultants and you want to teach your team to do the same thing. Because if you do, I will just tell you that, we will continue to grow in a strategic way and in a positive way. And there really is no limit to, what we're going to be able to achieve together. I'm just so excited when I think about, in fact, we were asked during the break by someone, what keeps you guys going? Obviously, you came out of retirement to do this. You didn't need to do it in the first place. We had a big why, and that was to impact world health. But what really keeps us going is really seeing your success. I mean, getting those emails, getting those Facebook postings, seeing the life-changing experience that people are having because of these products, and also because of the opportunity. Seeing people to, all of a sudden being able to unlock their full potential in terms of providing for their families, to be able to do things that they never thought possible, to be able to contribute in ways that seemed inconceivable. And we're just getting started. I mean, that's the exciting thing, is to, know that, right now we're adding close to 2,000 new customers and members a day. Think about that. I'm getting goosebumps again. And I think, that couldn't happen without you. It really couldn't. But I would just say that when you get out of here this weekend, you're going to be dangerous. And I want you to be. Seize the moment. This is an opportunity that we have to really not only impact our lives, but to really change this planet. And I think the more that we just recognize that and just go for it, with pride and with passion, and maintaining our integrity, that there is no stopping Isagenix, and we will be the largest health and wellness company in the world. Yeah.